Well, the law ain't always right when the night hides what's in sight. Outlaws walk with their heads held high, but the vigilance committee is coming by. The sheriff's badge ain't worth a thing when the justice ain't got wings. So we take it into our hands and we make them understand. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The town's been burning with fear and hate, but we're coming for the ones who sealed our fate. With a rope and a fire in the night, we're gonna make sure they see the light. The law may say it's black and white, but we know it's red and it ain't right. We'll do what the law won't do to see the guilty through. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. The wind it howls like a banshee's cry. Outlaws tremble when we pass by. Ain't no mercy, ain't no grace, just the justice of a hard-pressed place. Vigilantes in the shadows, that's where we ride. When the law can't see, we walk the other side. With a vengeance in our hearts and a fire in our eyes. Vigilantes in the shadows till the day they die. So when the town sleeps and the moon's running high, you'll hear the gallop of the horses stride. And if you're guilty, best be prepared, 'cause the vigilance committee will be there.
Hello and welcome to the Vigilance Committee Drama channel. Today we got some drama. Patriot News Activism went ahead and released a live stream last night. I don't think enough people got to see it, so we're going to restream it on here. But first, let's go ahead and acknowledge the chat in here. I see Lenny, I see Stephanie, of course. Jugalassis was the first one in. Danny's Thoughts is here. STD58, good to see you, brother. Poor Dirt Farmer. Let's see, Lenny Malley, good buddy of mine. Let's get started here. So I'm going to just go ahead and present this video, and then Matthew, if you want to set everything up for us as far as what this was about, and I've got more to add to it. So.
All right. So a lot of people know I was in the Galveston County Jail for almost 11 months. Back in August of 2023, August 11th, I got arrested for a false DWI charge by Galveston police. I came down to Galveston to meet up with News Now Ninja, Good Citizen News, and Harvey Freebird, Galveston Island Transparency. At that time, I thought that Austin was somebody that I could trust.
Is that Good Citizen News?
That's Good Citizen News.
Okay.
I thought he was somebody that I could trust, and whenever I got arrested, my stuff was I left my stuff with him to safeguard and well, to keep safe for me whenever I got out. Um, that did not happen. In fact, the opposite happened. I had two iPhones. I had a iPhone 14 brand new and an iPhone XS, 256 gigabyte. These were two-factor access into my accounts, my Lafayette County Audit Channel, a lot of other things. And these phones disappeared. They grew two legs and walked off. There's no explanation for it. Austin, Good Citizen News, tried to pass off to Harvey Freebird some broken phones, as well as I had a brand new laptop that was a high performance laptop for video production, for video editing, and it was an HP Victus. And that laptop has apparently disappeared as well. Good Citizen passed off a Gateway laptop or tried to pass off a Gateway laptop to Harvey Freebird while I was in the Galveston County Jail. Um, what I 100% believe, what we all believe, is that he tried to pass these things off to Harvey to try to say, well, I gave Matthew Reardon stuff to Harvey, and Harvey must have switched it out. But Harvey luckily went and did a video call with me at the jail, and I was able to confirm that those were not my phones, those were not my laptop. Upon getting out of prison this year, January 22nd, over the next week, I had a call with Austin where he confirmed having the laptop and sent me pictures of the laptop, said he didn't know what happened to the phones, that he had wrecked his vehicle, and the phones must have gotten left in the vehicle or something. But confirmed having the laptop and sent pictures of the laptop. Then after that, he's outside of one call that he had actually while I was here in the presence of the Vigilance Committee, he confirmed having the laptop and then stopped answering all text messages and all phone calls. This has put me at a extreme disadvantage on being able to work on videos, being able to work on websites, not having my stuff. As you know, I've already lost access to the Lafayette County Audit Channel, and that's because I don't have those iPhones. He has costed me a fortune from many different angles, and the guy needs to be exposed. He needs to come forward with my stuff immediately without any further delay. And so that's what this is all about.
Yep, and we're getting ready to show that part of it. There was also a phone call that you had with him in the presence of me, and that was about your attorney back then, right? And who paid the down payment for that attorney?
You did.
Okay. And the caveat to that, when in order to pay the attorney, I wanted to talk to that attorney, and I wanted to make it clear to him that all communications were to come to me and no one else, and that I would get the information to Matthew because I was on the phone with Matthew almost every day. So once I made that clear to him, he sent me over the contract, I paid him, and then there was no communication. It was all through Good Citizen News.
And this attorney's name is Myron Davis, by the way. And he was referred by Good Citizen News, and then Good Citizen News has been on several recordings saying that he doesn't give a shit about Matt Reardon being in jail. He's going to have his lawyer withdraw and not do anything else. And conveniently, the attorney was not doing his job right around the time that Austin said all of this. So,
well, the miscommunication and not being able to communicate with Myron caused a lot of distrust on both sides, and I think that Good Citizen News is the one that actually caused that by not allowing Myron to. Everything had to go through Good Citizen News. Good Citizen News was lying to both me and Myron on certain things, and there was just the communication was not good at all, and that created a lot of distrust, and that's the reason why you don't have him as your attorney anymore. And
Yeah.
I feel like it was complete propagated by Good Citizen News. So
Yeah.
without any further ado, let's go ahead and start on this video here. And there's certain parts that I come up to that I'm gonna kind of skip because there's some personal things in here that I don't think we want aired. But I'm gonna go ahead and start. Here we go.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not one for doing this, really. To be honest with you, I'm not really that big in using my channel to expose people other than law enforcement. I believe the 1A community needs to unify and come together, but I also believe that somebody that is hurting the community, that is hurting others intentionally, committing fraudulent acts, okay, stealing from somebody, a person needs to be outed. And that's what this live stream right here is all about. August 1st of 2023, I got out of prison after serving a 1-year prison sentence that was based on a deputy's lies on stand in court. Deputy Beavers. The video is out on this YouTube channel. 9 days later, I drove to Galveston, Texas to go meet up with News Now Ninja, Good Citizen News, who is Austin Lewis, and Harvey Freebird. Upon getting into Galveston, I was pulled over. That was part of a larger conspiracy involving Lafayette County, Mississippi Sheriff's Department that was retaliating. When I got arrested, Austin took possession of my stuff to hold it for me until I got out of jail. Harvey Freebird tried to get that stuff from Austin. Austin turned over to him some broken phones that weren't even mine and a laptop that wasn't even mine. Okay? One of the phones, I had 3 phones. One of the phones was a Samsung phone
And that Samsung phone was yours, right? And you have that in your possession now because Harvey shipped it up to you, right?
That's correct. But
Okay.
like I said, I mean, it's the iPhones with the primary 2-factor
Yep.
authentication.
Yep. And that's why you don't have access to the Lafayette County channel, which is monetized.
That's
Here we go.
correct.
I ended up getting that phone back. But the 2 brand new iPhones that I had, there's no telling where they're at. All the 2-factor logins to my account, the access to my Lafayette County audit channel, all that is gone. Okay? And that can be 100% attributed to Austin. Austin claimed after I got released from prison after this second unlawful imprisonment, he claimed he had my laptop and sent me pictures of it, and then has dodged every phone call and text message since then. I don't believe he has it. Okay? And if he does, he needs to get in touch with me. I'll be happy to take this video down at that point.
So during that time, back in May, he was also not answering his phone for me or Harvey or News Now Ninja. He wasn't answering any text messages. It was very hard to get in touch with him because during that time, and I can attest to this, he was playing poker a lot. He even sent me links to where he was playing poker on live stream in casinos. And he was also just ignoring calls. And then finally, when somebody would get in touch with him, he'd say, "Yeah, I'll bring the stuff tomorrow." And that happened multiple times, but then he never showed up. So he would say one thing and then do another. Am I right about that, Matthew? Well, you were in
Yeah,
jail at the time.
yeah. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't reach the guy. I mean, he was impossible to reach.
Yep. All right, so let's continue.
All right.
Is it buffering on your end?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm going to back up just a little bit and see if it'll start playing.
Okay.
Pictures of it, and then has dodged every phone call and text message since then. I don't believe he has it. Okay? And if he does, he needs to get in touch with me. I'll be happy to take this video down at that point. But this is my only other option I'm left with right now. Well, I have a couple other options. I'm going to start with this. Hopefully this gets my message across. I'm going to let you hear what his own wife, or ex-wife
Matthew.
now, had to say
Yeah.
about it.
Can you mute yourself while the video's playing, because I'm hearing some background noise?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's his face's laptop and
Okay, just to set this up, Harvey is over at Austin's place. Austin's not there. This is his ex-wife, who was his wife at the time. And it's a little windy, so you're not going to hear everything, but we're going to play most of it here. Now let me back up a little bit so it restarts it. Bear with me. It's buffering. Wow.
We caught him in so many lies.
Hey, Harvey wants to know where what's his face's laptop and phone card.
Notice the date, folks. Notice the date.
I'm giving him his clothes.
Already got it.
He's got the other shit put up. You'll have to get it.
Put up where? Well, he hasn't been returning my messages. And he told other people that I need to come down here if I want to get it. He hung up on you? Oh. Hello? Hello? What is he in a strip club right now?
He's on a pontoon boat.
Hello? This is ridiculous. Hey!
Hello?
Hey, you've been telling everybody I need to come down here and get Matt's stuff, so I'm down here.
Say what?
You told several people that if I want Matt's stuff, I need to come to your place and get it. So I'm here right now.
I'm not there, bro. I'll get it to you when I get it to you. I'll be there tonight.
Well, you told me that 2 weeks ago, man.
Dude, I've been fucking busy, bro.
Well, I mean, shit, how many times do you drive by my camper?
Okay, so what is he busy doing right there on the phone with Harvey? He's on a pontoon boat partying with some, probably a new girlfriend. Am I right, Matthew? That's kind of what it sounds like while he's on the phone with Harvey. You're muted. Nope, we're not hearing you, Matthew. Let me see if I can fix this. Do you have your headset in? Did you unplug something? Because we're not hearing you right now, even though you're off mute. Oh, you jumped out. Okay, so we'll wait for him to get back in. Anyway, if you'll notice, it was 2 weeks that Harvey's been trying to get in touch with him to get the computer and the phones, right? And this is on 5/23 here. So 2 weeks before that is when we first started trying to get Matthew's stuff. So there we go. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, we can hear you too.
All right. Cool.
So basically, right here, Harvey is telling her that it's been a couple of weeks. He's not answering texts, not answering phone calls, and then when you do get him on the phone, he's busy, but he's actually on a pontoon boat partying it up with his new girlfriend, right? And he drives by Harvey's place in order to get out of the park that they're in. They are that close of neighbors. It's walking distance. And so Good Citizen News had all this time to get this stuff to Harvey, but he wasn't doing it. So now we're going to continue.
Not that many goddamn times. I've been fucking trying to get shit done, dude.
You don't need to holler at me, man. You've been telling me for 2 weeks you were going to give me his stuff.
It's late as fuck when I come down and you bitch at me to wake you up.
Well, look, man, you were saying that all of his stuff was ruining your life. So I'm trying to get it out of your life.
Oh my god, bro. Fuck, bro. I will get it to you tonight, all right, bro?
All right. Well,
So watch how many times his story is going to change with all of this. Okay, how many different lies he tells in all of this. Let's get back to the video.
Yeah, so he didn't get it to him the next night, like he said he was going to. So that's the truth of the lie right there. Here we go.
to your phone, bro. All you had to do is call me back. There you go. He called me like 2 weeks ago. I swear to God. I know he doesn't drink, but I swear to God he was drunk. I swear.
I've been having a feeling he's been drinking.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with him, but I've been worried about him because, I've been friends with him for a long time,
Yeah.
but he's not been the same lately. He's been lying to us. Like, we had a GoFundMe set up. Did he tell you about that?
He doesn't tell me anything.
All right.
Honestly.
Well, he was.
I have a feeling of some stuff. He's been saying that he's been going to court for Matt Reardon stuff, but I have a feeling it's his own shit that he's lying about.
Oh yeah, he's lied to you about all kinds. You don't know about.
I don't know about anything.
You don't know about the charges that he's facing.
No.
That's
No.
why he's not allowed to have a gun right now.
Well, that explains why it's in a fucking bag in that house.
Yeah, he said he wanted to keep it friendly because y'all are going through a divorce. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
Just fucking Google search it. It's easy to find. Don't tell him I told you. Man,
I don't want you saying shit.
he's
That's
facing
why
a felony right now.
Well, that'll help me.
Yeah. Don't tell him I told you that.
Oh, I won't.
I mean,
I'll
all.
be like, you were being fishy. Fucking random ass. Oh, I gotta go. Why do you have to go? He was so adamant. Oh, I gotta go to Matt Reardon's freaking thing. I have to.
Yeah, and if it wasn't really his,
If it wasn't,
he wouldn't have went
yeah.
because he could give a fuck less about Matt.
So,
That's what he's been telling everybody. Fuck Matt. Matt can sit in jail. The lawyer that we paid for
oh,
Matt.
but he tells other people that, oh, I'm trying so hard.
Yeah. Well, even Ninja recorded him. He said, fuck Matt Reardon. Matt Reardon can rot in jail. I don't even like that guy. Fuck him. I'm going to tell my lawyer to drop him, let his ass sit in fucking jail.
Yeah, he
And-
should say, well,
Wow.
I don't know why Ninja's got to turn his back on me and why freaking Harvey's got to be such an asshole.
He's been fucking over a guy that's sitting in jail. He started a GoFundMe for the.
So Ninja turned his back on him. Harvey's an asshole. And I pissed off the attorney. So everybody else has been doing everything wrong. He's basically making excuses for his own actions and not telling the truth here.
Yeah, it's everybody
even
else's
his
fault.
wife. Even his wife
Yeah.
lying to her too about everything.
It's everybody
And
else's fault.
at that time, I believe we had $1,600 in your GoFundMe, Matthew, and we were trying to get it to Myron because Myron was basically saying, I'm not doing anything else until I get money. But Good Citizen News was saying, no, you got to have the full 2,500, otherwise he doesn't want any money until he gets that much money.
Yep.
So he was lying to the lawyer because finally, when I was able to communicate with Myron, he didn't know about the GoFundMe, and he said I would have taken the $1,600, no problem. But because of Austin's lies, he went without money for quite a while. So
Yeah, he introduced fraud into the mix is what he did. I mean, it was
Yeah.
and then he tried to show what he claimed was proof that he turned the money over, but I mean, the dates and all that just basically show exactly that he took the money, he did something with the money at that point because he sure never turned it over to the attorney, and it took Harvey Freebird actually forcing his hand on the issue. Meanwhile, I'm
Yep.
sitting in jail for something that I didn't do, and he's over here saying, "Screw Matt Reardon." I'm gonna have my attorney drop
was
out
Myron Davis.
and not, yeah, who's Myron Davis? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Lenny Malley said it correctly right there. Two things in life I can't stand is a liar and a thief. You're spot on with that.
Yep, absolutely, Lenny. Fellow Montanan there. He knows what's right and what's wrong.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Guy, I raised like almost
He
two.
said he tells Heather and oh, I got the money, I got receipts, I freaking turned that money in.
None of the receipts. I think
He's a lying sack of shit, is what it comes down to. He is a lying sack of shit. The First Amendment community abandoned him, okay, because all he does is tell lies. Lies. I'm sick of it.
what he did is he got the money from his grandma because we were.
Do you know how he told me he picked the lock on her safe and fucking stole $3,000 out of there?
Wow.
Yeah. He's stealing from his own grandmother.
Oh, I believe it.
He stole $3,000 out of her fucking safe because he figured out how to pick it. I was like, what's this?
And I believe that that's because he was desperate because I think Matthew had already threatened him with fraud if he didn't get that money to Myron out of the GoFundMe. That's what I believe. So here we go.
$3,000 out of there.
Wow.
Yeah. He's stealing from his own grandmother.
Oh, I believe it.
He stole $3,000 out of her fucking safe because he figured out how to pick it. I was like, what's this? What's this?
Wow. Did you hear that? From his own wife's mouth. Ex-wife, I guess. Stole $3,000 out of her safe. It gets better.
What's this pen paperclip for? He goes, nothing. None of your business. I said, what's it for? Why is it pen?
He showed me a coin collection that he said that his grandma gave him, but I was like,
Nope.
and he took it to the pawn shop and sold it. I'm like, why would you?
What? His grandma's been asking me where that fucking went.
Wow.
Because that was his grandfather's.
Wow.
And it was not his.
This is
Just like this
unfreaking believable.
fucking gun. He's got a fucking rifle in here, an old 30-30 that was his grandpa's that got passed down generation to generation that he's trying to pawn.
Holy fuck.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
He is fucking over his own grandmother.
I don't even trust him
And
anymore,
I tried
man.
to tell her, she's like, give me the gun out of his fucking vehicle. He doesn't need that. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, if I give it to you, I'm going to get fucking yelled at. I'm going to lose the place to fucking stay.
Yeah.
I don't have nowhere else to go because he took me from my fucking place to go.
Yeah. Made you come back down here.
Yeah, he actually cares for the kids, but he don't.
He ain't never here. I know.
Shit. But nobody on his fucking YouTube gets it except you. Finally fucking seeing it for your own damn eyes.
I see it.
And I told him, I swear to God, one day it will come to light and everybody will see that it was not me.
I've been seeing it, but I've just been staying out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, one day people will see it is not me. I have said some shit. I've done some petty shit. Yeah, I've been petty. I've been like, why do you gotta go out all the time? Blah, blah.
Well, that's what any wife's gonna
But
do.
at the same time, I also had reasons to back what I was saying.
Oh yeah,
Why I
he was cheating on you so much you wouldn't
Because
believe.
he was cheating on me so much. He was fucking leave all the time.
That
I
guy,
just want to break.
he'll stick his dick in anything, man. We yeah.
All right, there's where I'm gonna kind of skip that a little bit here. It's kind of personal stuff. Yeah, that's too personal. So we're gonna leave that alone. But yeah, Austin's a pig.
She's like what, 14 or 15?
No, she's 10.
10.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think we got a little more to skip here.
Yeah, I used to get in the truck with him. I'd have to
Layla
fucking.
and the girl started speaking up. Daddy does this. Daddy does that. He's never here. Blah blah blah. I was like,
And Matthew, I don't know if you noticed this or not, but Harvey does pan over to the mess out there outside of the trailer. I think he
Yeah,
finally said, maybe you should clean that up.
yeah, absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
true Harvey right there.
Yep, yep, yep.
um, yeah, he doesn't mince words about certain things that he's,
Right.
it's like, I want to skip because I know that there's more personal stuff on here that doesn't really need to be out there. And I know that you're going to edit your live stream from last night. So here we
Yeah.
go.
Away from the First Amendment community, people just stop trusting him. It's like anything else. If you do enough of it, I mean, you tell enough lies, they're going to backfire at some point. You can only tell enough lies. You can only do enough people wrong before it catches hold like a weed and grows. All right, let's go back to it.
Couldn't deal with
And Harvey has alluded to some of the things that Good Citizen News has done in the past on certain live streams that he's been on, but he hasn't come out right out and blasted. And that could be because they're neighbors, and he doesn't want to. Maybe he doesn't want retaliation, but he's the one that gave us this footage and said, "Do what you want with it." Um, and so we're exposing him, and I'm sure that Harvey is pleased for the exposure because this guy really did try to set him up. And let's get to the video where he did bring over the equipment. Let's get to that part. I
Okay.
don't think we need to see any more of the ex-wife.
Yeah.
So let's just get over to the video that Harvey did on Austin when Austin showed up with stuff. It wasn't your stuff, but it was stuff.
Yep.
Let me press play here and see what we got.
Mine. So this is Harvey. What it's about to get into is the video of Harvey bringing the stuff back to Austin's, and then it's going to get into
No,
we need to
it's
bring the
no,
stuff
no,
over.
no, 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 no. It was out
Yeah.
of order. So actually, the next video that comes up is where it's the Ring doorbell camera. So yeah,
Okay.
I mean, continue that right there, and then
All right.
it first goes into the Ring doorbell video.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Here we
My
go.
mistake.
I was able to confirm that these were not mine. So this is Harvey. What it's about to get into is the video of Harvey bringing the stuff back to Austin's. And then it's going to get into, right after that, the Ring camera footage, which is going to show when Harvey confronts Austin about all of this and just lets him know that it's not my stuff. So let me get back into the video.
Start the right phone. So,
Which phones from this?
I'm busy. I mean,
Which phone? What laptop is it?
it says it's an HP laptop. This is a gateway.
Okay, I must have put the wrong one in the bag. Let me go check my house. That's my fault. I packed it up when he was at
Oh,
my
he
place.
must have put the wrong one in the bag,
After he
right?
got arrested, and you said it was iPhone 14.
iPhone 14, and the one he had was.
I must have put the stuff in the wrong bag on purpose because at that time I was texting Harvey to confirm everything was Matthew's so that Harvey would take the fall for not
Yeah.
having his stuff.
Because I have that many laptops lying around, right?
Right.
You know.
Yep.
Who confuses a laptop, man? Like, come
Well,
on.
obviously
That was
Austin
intentional.
does.
That was
It was
intentional.
intentional. Yep. Here we go.
After I texted you, I found another phone in here. So there is 3 phones in here. He's saying this ain't his phone. He said he had a brand new iPhone 14.
And you'll notice Good Citizen is filming right now too. He's recording just as well as Harvey is from the ring, the ring door, right? Whatever that is. Here we go.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is it could have gotten crashed because shit happens when the bag hasn't been touched.
Trust me, bro.
The laptop is definitely not the right one.
Okay, all right. I will go double check pretty sure I put the right one in the bag. I had to forget my fault. So I might have misplaced that. That might have been my fault. But those
Yeah.
are the phones that he gave me, and I put them in the bag.
No.
I had that one. I had that bag at my grandma's house because it had electronics in it. So I have to go take it.
Harvey knows he's lying. He's just kind of playing along.
Definitely the wrong laptop. So that explains why. It explains why he was so desperately wanting me to send him a text message.
So I can't remember. Was he on the phone with you here, Matthew, or was he on the phone with me?
No,
'Cause
he was on the
there's been
phone
a
with
lot of
somebody.
conversations.
He was on the phone with somebody else. But if you notice right here in the background, when Austin hears him on the phone and talking about this, watch as he sneaks to the back of Harvey's truck just to get
Yeah.
an extra closer listen. It's actually
Yeah.
pretty funny. So watch right here at the back of the
It
truck.
is me that he's on the phone with. It is
Yeah.
me that he's on the phone with because he was telling me that Austin wanted an immediate text to say it was all the stuff was that he got your stuff back.
Yeah.
And Harvey's kind of complaining to me about that because we knew it was a setup. Here we
Right.
go.
Yeah, I got all of this. He's gonna try to blame that shit on me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, see? He came over and then he went back. Yeah.
It's not the right laptop.
Eavesdropping is what he was doing.
I don't know.
Guilty ears
Stuff
right
that he
there.
watched, it's garbage. It's just sad, man. It really is sad, man. You got a man in jail, and he's got enough shit to worry about, and then you're gonna fuck around with stuff like this, you know? Like he's been more worried about this fuckery that Austin put on him than he has been his own fucking case.
Yeah.
It's sad, man. It's fucking sad. Shit pisses me off. Yeah.
And Matthew, I do remember you were obsessed about all of this because you knew you needed that equipment when you got out. And it was distracting from what you were trying to do within your case and working with your attorney.
Exactly. Absolutely, it was. Yeah, because
So,
I knew how important it was. That's why I just wanted to make sure this was my worst nightmare. Like that I thought about, okay, I wanted to make sure that my shit was protected. Okay. That's
yeah.
why I
And
when
during this time, Austin was charged with a felony, and somehow he got out of that felony. It got dismissed somehow.
yeah.
And we all know that Galveston was really trying to keep you hemmed up. So um, who knows what happened to that computer? Who knows what happened to those iPhones? Right? But all of a
Yep.
sudden, Good Citizen News' case was dismissed. I
All
wonder
of,
how that could have happened.
well, and then if you look at the timing on everything, that's what's even more convenient
Yep.
because I was
Mhm.
extradited June 24th from Galveston to Lafayette County. July 18th was the date of my final revocation hearing where I was given 2 years in prison. It was July 18th, that same day, that Austin's charge got
Was
dismissed by
dismissed.
Galveston. So
Yep.
if it looks like a
duck.
duck, if it quacks like a
Yeah.
duck, and
It's
you know, if it
probably a
flies
duck.
like a duck, it's probably a duck.
But
Yeah,
we don't have any evidence of that, right? We just have speculation. So,
we don't.
um,
We just have
but
a really
2 and
odd
2 does equal
situation.
4. Yeah, 2 and 2
Exactly.
equals 4. Here we go.
Yeah. That's why I don't even want to. Yeah. I don't even want to talk to him anymore because I know he's just going to lie to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look, he just pulled up again.
I don't know, man. He said it was an HP. That's a gateway.
That's my fault. I'll go
So he just yells from the car again. So he's still eavesdropping, going back and forth.
How are you gonna fucking get the wrong lap? And that's why he just makes me so mad. So he was going to get that text message from me as proof that I'm the one that fucking stole the laptop. See, that's what kind of a piece of shit he is, man.
Yep.
It really pisses me off. It really pisses me off. Just like he sent you that video.
You know, and Harvey has been pretty patient about not exposing all of this. I think he's, he said Good Citizen News was a good friend of his for a long time. And then
Hey,
for him to do this is, it's like, wow.
I want to take a second to address this comment by Lion One. He says this is the Good Citizen News that got a big following. Brown, longer hair does Second Amendment too. I'm not
Yes,
sure. It's
it is.
Good
It is.
Citizen. Okay, it is. Okay,
It is.
just wanted to make sure.
I
It's
can
I
verify
know
that.
the YouTube channel is Good Citizen 01.
No,
The
Good
channel is
Citizen
Good.
News was his YouTube channel. Good Citizen News.
But I'm
is where
saying
it
the
content
at
was.
is good. It's at Good Citizen 01 is like the
Yeah,
but
well,
it's
I don't
but
want
the
to.
channel's name is
I
Good
don't really want
Citizen.
to promote. I don't want to promote his channel.
Right.
So,
No. I know.
yeah.
I just want to make sure
eh,
that people know that it's who it is and don't think it's
yeah,
somebody else maybe that is
right.
a Good Citizen News. I don't want to drive negative attention to somebody else that it's not them. I
Doesn't
want to make
deserve
sure
it.
that they
Yeah.
know who the channel is.
Yep. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go. We're recording. All right, let's put this in this bag and return it to Austin because I don't want this fucking computer in my life. I don't know whose it is. I don't know if he's stolen it from somebody. I don't know if it's got illegal shit on it. This was supposed to be Matt's computer. Matt.
We don't know if the authorities gave Good Citizen News that laptop to give to Harvey to try to hem up Harvey. There was a lot of speculation back then that he started working for the other side.
Yeah.
We don't
We
have
still
any.
don't know. Yeah.
We still don't know. Yeah, but those were the thoughts, and so that's why Harvey's bagging this up to get back to Austin because he doesn't want to have it in his possession. Period.
Matt has confirmed it's not his computer, so I am taking it back. There ain't no point in me having this motherfucker if it ain't whose it's supposed to be. All right, let's go. Oh, I can take these gloves on now.
And I say hello to Benghazi Rabbit back. Thank you, Lion One.
Gloves on now. I have it wrapped up.
Yes, it was, Stephanie. It was a good call. Get rid of that stuff. And so watch, he's just walking down to Good Citizen News' place with it.
Oh, good. He's down there.
Absolutely, STD. Absolutely on that comment there.
Here's the laptop. This isn't Matt's. I don't know whose it is, so I don't want it. This isn't Matt's. I don't know whose it is. So there you go. We got rid of that. So I don't want it.
And then I think we talked between this time saying, hey, maybe you ought to get those phones back too, because those phones could have something on it as well. that are not Matthews. Am I right about that, Matthew? I think we had that conversation with Harvey.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why the next video he's bagging up the cell phones and getting them back as well, because there's no telling where they're from. They weren't mine.
Yeah. So line one says it's really upsetting when this stuff happens between auditors. I got scammed last year, and an individual left me alone to record with violent police around me and turned his back on me. Sad. Yeah,
Hey, yeah,
there's a lot, and it's created a lot of distrust,
yep.
and that's why there's so much division now in the 1A community, and it's damaging when these guys do these sorts of things and turn basically, and I
Well,
think there's a lot of turning going on because of charges trying to get out of charges.
yep. And I'm one that I've been harping on this, that there needs to be unification with the 1A community. There's not enough unification, but you know what? When stuff like this is going on, there can't be, there's no way that I can unify with somebody that is, stealing from me and directly trying to screw me over. That's a dangerous person that needs to be ousted. That's not, there's I don't like this infighting, but this is a separate matter that needs to be dealt with directly. And you know,
You've tried to deal with him directly to get you your stuff, and he's been
yeah,
placating. He's been telling lies. I'll be there tomorrow with it, and he's done this time after time after time.
mm-hmm.
And then when you say, "Look, I'm going to do this if you don't give me my stuff, we're
Yep.
going to expose you, dude." And then he
I
doesn't
mean,
answer the phone, doesn't answer any text messages. So what recourse do you have, really,
what
Matthew?
recourse what recourse do I have? And I'm already disadvantaged enough because I already served out a prison sentence that was unwarranted, that was unlawful, it was vacated. I already lost my car, I lost everything else. So I'm already having to start from basically rock bottom, ground zero. And that's already hard enough without somebody stealing my stuff that was supposed to be somebody that I could trust. If I had my stuff, okay, I wouldn't be sitting in as difficult of a situation as I'm currently sitting in. Thank you, good
Yeah,
citizen.
you're trying to build a whole new channel to get it monetized rather than already having your monetized channel that you can't get access to because he stole those iPhones from you,
Well, yeah,
basically.
that right there,
If he
that's an
hasn't given them
obvious. And
back to
then,
you and he had them in his possession,
yeah,
I call that theft if he's not giving them back.
yeah,
And he hasn't for months.
that's a, that's an obvious. And then the whole thing about the high performance laptop, which I can. I mean, not having that has really screwed me over. He has taken full advantage of
Yep.
my stuff to make
Yep.
my
We had to get you
living.
a whole new laptop when you know, uh, we've had to get a lot of things that you would have already had. So
Yep.
um, there's damage there.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay, so these two phones we determined were in the bag. You can see how busted up that one is. These were in Matt Reardon's bag. We already determined that the laptop did not belong to Matt Reardon. I returned the laptop yesterday. Now we have confirmed. I went to the jail, did a video call with Matt. Matt said these aren't his phones. I even tried to power them up and open them with Matt's PIN code. These are not Matt's phones. This phone right here is such garbage that it won't even power up and take a charge. So it's just complete junk. And this phone did turn on, but as you can see, it's just garbage. And it's not Matt's phone. His PIN code would not unlock it. And Matt said that that's not his. So now we're going to return these to good citizen piece of shit ball. All right, let's go. Let me take this damn glove off. I don't need it on anymore. I don't even want my fingerprints on these phones, man. I don't know whose phones they are. I don't know what's on them. I don't want nothing to do with them. 10-4. My phone at. So the stuff that's missing: HP laptop, new iPhone 14 with case, iPhone XL, $50 gimbal, and 2 external hard drives. I don't think he's here, but
Just so you know, too, line one, if you ever want to expose this, I'll expose it on this platform. That's what this drama channel is all about. We only do drama on this channel. On the Vigilance Committee, my main channel, we support the boots on the ground, independent journalists, 1A community, constitutional advocates, and no drama gets put on that channel at all. So I have figured out how to separate the two. So I've got two separate channels doing two separate things. So I don't have to put it on my main channel because that's truly where my constitutional advocacy is, sharing the body of work of who I believe are true patriots doing the right thing in this movement. So we'll keep them separate. But if you ever want to tell your story, we can definitely tell it on here, and you can expose who you're talking about at some point if you choose to. No pressure on that because it's a personal thing that you're going through.
So all this, of course, now I'm at an extreme disadvantage from not having
I appreciate that vote of confidence there, Lenny. Thank you for that.
my brand new gaming laptop to do the video productions. This man has costed me so much money, an entirely heavy amount of money,
I don't know if anybody's here.
and he needs to be held accountable. This channel is all about holding people accountable.
I'm going to leave this stuff here. I'm going to put this list in here. HP laptop, new iPhone 14 with case. Let me record this shit because nobody's answering the door. Are we still recording? Oh, shit. Okay, so Austin's not here. Nobody's answering the door. This is all the stuff.
All right, so I want to pause it here, do a little housekeeping. If you guys haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Also, if you're in here, hit the like. Please hit the like. And then when this stream is over, please go into the comment section and give us your opinion on what you think of what we did here on this stream today.
And I'd like to
because
throw something.
it's really hard to do this. It's hard to do this because some people are not going to like what we just did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If anybody wants to, we said in the description we were going to make this an open panel. If there's anybody that does have anything they want to say that wants to come on panel, feel free. Stephanie, you've got the link to that directly to StreamYards, and feel free to drop that in the comments. And then if anybody wants to come up here on StreamYard, we'll be glad to have you on.
And I know we invited Harvey. Harvey is he's a moonlighter guy. He's out there cop watching probably up until 4 o'clock in the morning, so he might not even be up yet.
Well,
Otherwise,
no,
he might have been
actually,
there.
and actually, Cliff, he's actually live right now. I see
Yeah.
that on. So he's actually. We thought he was releasing a video, and it's actually showing that he is live right now on YouTube. So we're not going to be able to get him into here because he's live. He went live actually before we started this thing. So.
All right. I know Lenny pretty well, so I'm going to bring Lenny up on stage here. Lenny Malley, welcome to the panel.
Hello, brother.
What do you got
What's up, Lenny?
to put into the conversation here?
These people, we have a lot of them trying to infiltrate from the outside. Look at
Yeah, we do.
JJ Scarborough. Look at these
Oh, yeah.
government plants, just like
Well-
January 6th.
And here's the difference, though, between what you're saying and what we're showing. Good Citizen News was part of this community for a long time. Him
Yes.
and Harvey were really good friends. He gets a felony charge against him, and all of a sudden, Matthew's stuff disappears. So even people that you've trusted for a while can turn. We're finding this
Over
out.
there, rats always try to turn the attention away from them. What do you expect?
Yep.
You expect a criminal to say, "Yeah, I did it,"
Right. Right.
and it's the biggest component of why I tell everybody: film the government at all costs. The Supreme
Yep.
Court's ruled the government can lie to us.
Yeah.
The Supreme Court has also
Well, if
ruled
it's not
the
recorded, it
government
didn't
has
happen.
no reason to protect us.
Yep.
Why would we trust a bunch of paid liars? Film them
And
fuckers, make them famous.
yep. Yep. We've always got to record people within the government because you never know when it's going to be a he said, she said.
Yeah. And it
So you
You
always
happens
don't
want to
even
have a
know who the
story.
government is nowadays.
Right.
Yep, that's true.
It happens. It
So
happens constantly. If it's not recorded, it didn't happen.
it's almost
Exactly.
getting to the point, and I've never done this yet. It's almost getting to the point where I just need to record all my conversations, even with people in the community, because I don't know if I can trust them or not. And I've never done
100%.
that. And it's sad when you got people like this, Austin, Good Citizen News, doing this kind of thing. It creates mistrust within the community. And we've all got to protect ourselves against garbage that's happening out here.
I'll tell you what, the fundraiser I had while I was in the Galveston County Jail, it was people were donating. People were like it was the total donated amount was rising until Austin introduced fraud into the mix. As soon as it came out that Austin hadn't turned over the money, all of a sudden everybody it seemed like got gun shy about donating to a GoFundMe because he introduced fraud into the picture. And so,
Yeah, and
it
that's because
creates
we
so
couldn't
much
get him
collateral
to
damage.
pay. We couldn't get him to pay the attorney,
Yeah.
and he wasn't doing it, and he wasn't answering our calls. This went on for weeks. We were like, get him some money because he's telling Matthew when Matthew calls him, and he finally accepts a phone call from Matthew. He's telling Matthew, "I need some money, or I'm not going to do all of this stuff that you want me to do."
Yep.
And we couldn't communicate with him directly, so he didn't even know that there was a GoFundMe. And then Good Citizen News is telling us that no, we got to have a full $2,500 in there. He won't accept $1,600. So, and that was the problem from the very beginning. When I put the down payment to hire that attorney, I said I want direct communication with everything because I want to be the conduit between Matthew and yourself, Mr. Attorney. So you
So
need to
you
tell
can
me that you're
verify.
going to be, yep. So you need to tell me that we are going to be in direct communication. He agreed to that. I sent him $2,500. Never had communication with him until way later when he needed money, and I sent an email saying, "We've got a GoFundMe with over $1,600 in there, Myron. You might want to answer my email or text me. You've got my phone number, but you don't use it and you don't answer my text or phone calls." He finally did, because all that time, Good Citizen News was didn't tell him that there was a GoFundMe.
Right.
That's where the communication needed to happen, because it created mistrust with the attorney, between the attorney and Matthew and I. And Good
Right.
Citizen News was a direct reflection of that.
Yeah.
He's the one that caused it.
But yet, what did he do on the phone call where you were actually listening? He tried to put everything off on you, Cliff. That it was all
Yep.
your fault. That you did that. But what did Austin ever do other than hold my stuff away from me, do something with my stuff, and then hold the money that was donated? He never donated a single thing out of his pocket to the cause. But yet he wanted to try to attack you for God knows what reason. It's
I
pathetic.
find it so amusing how everybody always wants to attack Cliff.
Yeah.
I've only seen Cliff, out of the kindness of his heart, donate to people that I wouldn't spit on if they caught on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows who I'm referring to, and I won't refer to his name on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cliff's
These
got a
people
Yeah, amazing heart.
These people, they want to tear everything apart, make us fight against one another instead of be out here doing what we do best. You guys, the way Cliff showcases these different people, it helps get their channels bigger.
Mhm.
Me, I'm a nobody. I have to remain out of sight. I'm the one that helps push these viral videos that make them jump all over the internet.
Yeah, and we
Yep.
need people like you, you know, like working
Yep.
behind the scenes. Absolutely.
Yep. We
You
need
know,
subscribers.
we're
We need supporters. We need people spreading the word, sharing the information. That's the most important part of these channels is when
yeah.
people share stuff out and it gets exposure, especially when
Yeah.
it's coming from officials.
But undoubtedly we're going to be we're going to be the bad people for taking the time to put this video out. But look, I didn't want to have to do this. Okay, my hands were tied in the matter. I wish there was a lot of other things that I could be doing right now, but I just want my stuff. All right, this is ridiculous. Him not answering his phone, not answering messages. You know, that's his fault. You know, if he has a problem with it, that's his fault. He can clear it up. He can send me my stuff, and
You're,
and you know,
you're not
but
the bad guy in this.
So Matthew, if you want to answer Line One's question here,
yeah. So this is a situation of a scammer, a desperate individual that stole stuff. Is this about him messing up people's audits and cases? It's got in, so I'm trying to understand. So yeah, this is in regards to somebody that I thought that I could trust. Good Citizen News, Austin Powers Lewis, that has held on to my stuff and uh, two brand new iPhones that were my access to everything. Had so much information on those iPhones have disappeared. The high performance laptop that I had that while I was unlawfully held in jail in the Galveston County Jail on a setup charge, he was supposed to keep safe until I got out of the
and
jail. And
he's admitted to you giving him these items.
yeah,
I mean, he's already done that. That's a
well,
no
yeah,
brainer.
not giving him to him, but basically entrusting
Well,
him
yeah,
to hold them for me until I got
yes,
out. Yeah,
yes, that's what I meant. I just said it wrong.
yeah,
um,
yeah.
but yeah, that's what this is all about, Lion One. And we've been trying for months. Months. This was back in May. If you look on the screen, May 31st is when Harvey brought those two phones back that were not Matthew's. And so we've tried to do it in back channels for months to try to get Matthew his stuff. And Austin has made promise after promise after promise that he's going to get Matthew his stuff back, but he hasn't done it. And so we're pretty convinced that he either sold that stuff because at that time he had a gambling issue. I know because he sent me links showing where he's in a casino on camera playing poker. So I think he had a gambling problem back then, and I think he absconded with the GoFundMe money. And we just shared a video with his wife saying he broke into his grandmother's safe and stole $3,000. So we think that that's how he finally got the $1,600 to us to give to Myron, the attorney, and then Harvey also threw in another thousand at that time
Mm-hmm.
just to get the attorney paid up.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Lord have mercy.
yeah, I
It's
mean
a
all of that
mess.
stuff has happened.
It is
Yeah.
a mess. But
Pray
yeah,
for
I
that
mean,
woman's grandparents. Yeah.
yeah, I
The
mean,
sad part is usually, you know, I've had cops tell me I've had shit stolen from me. Oh, there's nothing we can do. It's a uh what did they call it? They wouldn't even classify it grand theft when they stole my fucking truck.
yeah,
They classified it I had to take the person to court that took my civil dispute.
right.
I was like, you
Yeah.
stupid, that's a man's living you just allowed them to steal.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh, believe me,
correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe theft is a crime that it should go under a criminal matter, not a civil matter.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Last I
absolutely.
checked, even in the state of Montana, but the cops are
Yeah.
so damn corrupt up there in
Yep.
Glacier National Park. They covered up the murder of my son.
Sorry to hear that.
How do you get out of jail the same night after you run somebody over and kill them with no driver's license or insurance? I'd be sitting in prison still.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
I have a
now that's an
vendetta
interesting
against law
story.
enforcement.
That's an interesting story, Lenny. You should send some stuff to me, and we'll look into it. These are things that Matthew's really good at too,
yep.
digging. So, um,
I'm relentless.
yep. All right, so let's finish up this video. Here we go.
That's missing. HP laptop, new iPhone 14 with case, iPhone XL, $50 gimbal, 2 external hard drives. I'm going to put this list in this bag. And I'm going to tie it right here.
So there you have it. All right. If anybody knows Austin, Good Citizen News,
Returning.
feel free to pass this message along. This stuff has got to get nipped in the bud. I need my stuff. I want my stuff now. No further delay. My stuff to me, Austin. I'm serious.
Yeah.
That's it. So that's the story, the true story of what happened to Matthew Reardon's property.
Yeah.
And,
Well, and Stephanie said civil and long gone. You know, I'm sure it's long gone. But you know, there are admissions that he had the laptop here more recently, and then or at least sent pictures acting like he had it. He was never given this stuff. It was stuff that's you know he was it. Because I was arrested did not mean that he was entitled to take my stuff and go and sell it or keep
so I think the
it,
point that
steal it.
Stephanie's actually making here, and it's a good point.
Yeah.
You left the stuff entrusted to the guy, right? And he basically sold the stuff, so it's not a criminal charge that you can go at right now. It's a civil thing because he's admitted to having your stuff, and he's saying he can't find it, and he's not, or he has it, but he's not giving it to you, even though he says, "I'm going to get it to you. I'm going to get it to you." So I mean, it could be both. It could be, but you did hand him the stuff because at that point. During that time, you were supposed to actually be staying with Austin.
Yeah.
And so when you got out of jail, it makes sense to entrust him with your stuff because when you get out of jail, it's all going to be right there.
Right.
So by entrusting him with your stuff and then him absconding with your stuff isn't necessarily where you can charge him with a crime. You have to basically sue him for the stuff.
Well,
but I don't know.
And you know that Galveston's not going to cooperate with me on anything.
Right. They're not going to charge him with a crime, period. So you're going to have to go after him civilly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to make sure that this got
serial
exposed.
Numbers for everything.
Yeah. And I just wanted to make sure all of this got exposed, not just on your channel, but on my channel as well. And then if Harvey wants to pick this up or anyone else wants to pick this up, feel free to use my content.
Yep.
And I believe Matthew is saying to feel free to share his content as well. Let's try to keep the personal stuff out of there. Austin running around and all these women and all of that kind of stuff doesn't need to be out here. It's not part of what we're trying to do.
Right.
We're trying to get him to do the right thing and give you your property back. So, and if he does that, I'll bring it off my channel too, just like you'll bring it off your channel, and he won't be exposed, at least out here on the internet in the future. But for now, I'm leaving it up, and so are you.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
I do want to thank each and every one of you out there for everything you're doing. Keep up the great work exposing all the criminals.
Got to.
It is an honor to share each and every one of your works. I don't chop them up. I don't edit them. I drop your link. That way, all comes back to you.
I appreciate that, Lenny.
I
Yeah, I
wish you all
appreciate
a
your
blessed
support.
day.
Yes, sir. You
All right.
too. God bless.
Thanks, Lenny.
I'll talk to you all later.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Have a good one.
Take care, Lenny.
You
All right. So Firm Audit says, "Hey everyone, been listening. I'm so sorry that this happened to you." From Austin. I used to be a big advocate of his, but this blows my mind, and I'm on your side. You don't have to be on our side. Just be on the side of right.
Right, this side of right, exactly. But
Yeah, and
Firm definitely knows right from wrong, and he is on the side of
yeah,
right. So yeah,
yeah.
I
He always
appreciate
has
all
been.
your support, Firm.
Yeah. Yeah, and he did a couple of live streams for you too, Matthew, to fundraisers and things like that. So he was directly involved in that
Uh,
GoFundMe and getting money added to it. And
yep,
then Good Citizen News tried to abscond with that money. And we
yep.
all know that. It took a threat from you saying, "I'm going to prosecute you for fraud if you don't give that money over to the attorney." And it finally got turned over. I think
Hmm.
it was like, what, the next day, Harvey showed up, took him
Yeah,
down there.
yeah,
He got
yeah.
the money. Yeah,
He got the money.
yeah, because he was scared.
I bet you that pretty closely lined up for whenever his grandmother's safe got picked and the
Probably.
$3,000 got taken.
Yeah.
I'd sure love to know exactly
Yeah.
what the date was on that, but you know.
Yeah. Well, it was before May 31st. That's for sure.
Well,
Of last year.
that's when she talked about it,
Yeah.
but you know, as to what,
Yeah. It was
how
before that.
far back it was before that,
Yeah. I don't
definitely.
know. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know
But
how far back that was, but it was right around the time where we got Myron the money.
yep, yep, yep.
So, um, anyway, uh, anybody else want to come up on panel and opine? If not, we're going to go ahead and end this stream. I think we got everything out here that we wanted to get out.
Hmm.
Harvey may have more. Other people may have more. I know that Good Citizen News, during the time I was trying to get some help from Constitution State, as far as doing a fundraiser with him, I believe that Good Citizen put a bug in his ear, and all of a sudden he got busy.
Hmm.
So whether he believed Good Citizen News or not, I don't know. All I know is that I wasn't able to do a fundraiser with Constitution State because of all the bad mouthing. I also know that Great Lakes Audits is good friends with Good Citizen News. I don't know if they had a conversation, but I heard some other things through the grapevine. I don't know if Great Lakes believes. Um, Once he sees this and sees the proof and evidence of what Good Citizen News was doing, I think he's probably going to come around and say, "Ooh, yeah, don't think I want to be friends with somebody like that anymore." But we'll see.
Right,
And it's up to him. I mean, he can be friends with whoever he wants, right? It's a free
right, right,
country.
right, right.
But I hope he sees this, and I hope he understands that I don't have any hard feelings towards either one of those channels. It was just pretty convenient that I was trying to get something done with those channels and didn't really get any feedback from them during this time that Austin was running his mouth negatively about me. Um,
Mhm.
this happens quite a bit. Even Lenny said, "Yeah, Cliff gets accused of doing a lot of shady shit that he doesn't do." So, anyway, I'll get off my soapbox on that. But
Yeah,
I do think Matthew can probably attest to some of that stuff that's been going
absolutely.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's Cliff has been nothing but a huge help, and I do want to make sure that I take uh, the time to thank him for everything that he's done. And if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe to the Vigilance Committee as well as the Vigilance Committee Drama channel. Two different channels. There'll be one after the other. Type in Vigilance Committee on YouTube. And then also, if you haven't subscribed to Patriot News Activism yet, head over to
Yeah, let me
Patriot
plug you.
News.
Let me plug you, brother. Patriot News Activism. So, and if you would put his link in the chat here, everybody needs to go over there and subscribe, because he's not only putting out current content, he's putting out his story from 8 years ago in chronological order of what's been happening to him by corrupt government. So everybody needs to go over there and watch that story. He does a premiere, I think, almost every night, every other night, trying to get everything out there before they get him again, because they are after him still.
Yeah,
So,
it's being released in a documentary series called Riding with the Outlaw. I've got episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and episode 4 out. Episode 5 is going to be still working on putting all that together, but I've got a fairly new video that exposes the tyrants in Lafayette County for lying on stand in court to send me to prison. That intentional lies. That video has once again taken gotten a lot of traction, and it needs to, because these people, what they've done is beyond criminal. And
that's where you're showing a phone call with Candace Beavers as she's testifying, and you're showing the transcript from the court where she's directly contradicting what was said over the phone in court. So she basically perjured herself.
And I think what's interesting is when you track the transcript and how it lines up with the phone call as it's slowly scrolling, you can actually hear every single thing debunked that she says. There's no she intentionally lied. She knew she lied. And what I want to know is, where the hell is the FBI in all of this?
And,
since
you spent a year in prison because of it.
Yeah, they know that there's obviously the recorded call that shows that that I did everything right. So why hasn't the FBI come forward to right this monumental wrong and say, yeah, he was right all along, y'all were wrong. Yeah, we did talk to him. Yeah, this is what he said. And this is crazy that they've still it's just crickets. It's crickets out of the DOJ about this. And somebody needs to right this wrong. Somebody needs to dig into this and look at it for what it is, just a monumental civil rights violation right here.
Yep. And you can find all that on Patriot News Activism. So be on the lookout for his next video. Be sure and hit the notification bell.
Thank you, Cliff.
You're welcome, and thank you for sharing this footage with us that you just did last night, so that we could air it on this channel as well. Having said that, I want to thank everybody for coming in. Do please leave a comment after this is over in the comment section, letting us know if we should continue to out really bad people that are turning on the 1A community in some way. And if you've got a case of that and you want to email, just email the Vigilance Committee 1864@gmail.com. And be sure and listen to this outro. I love it. And Patriot News Activism created the intro and the outro for this channel. And I want to thank him for that as well. Here we go.
I love it myself. I put it on a lot on my videos as well. I've been putting it on the outro of my videos. So yeah, I love it as well. Enjoy.
Well, the sun sets low on the dusty plain. Justice walks slow, but it ain't the same. The law can't reach and the sheriff's gone. So we take the reins and we right the wrong. The Vigilance Committee's here when the law ain't enough. We take it into our own hand, where the road's getting rough. In the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand, ain't no fear, we see it through. Outlaws hide in the hills so steep, but we track them down while the town's asleep. No badge on our chest, but we swore an oath. Justice and accountability, we want both. they call it the Vigilance Committee. When the law ain't enough, we take it into our own hands. Where the road's getting rough, in the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand. Ain't no fear, we see it through. We ain't no angels, but we ain't the sin. When the law won't listen, that's when we begin. With a steady hand and a fire in our soul, we bring the justice, we pay the toll. They say it's a game that the brave must play, but the lines get blurry when the law won't sway. Ain't no judge, ain't no jury here, just the cold wind blowing and a voice you can hear. They call it the Vigilance Committee. When the law ain't enough, we take it into our own hands. Where the road's getting rough, in the dead of the night, when the sky's turning blue, we make our stand. Ain't no fear, we see it through. So when the law can't save you and you're all alone, just remember the Vigilance Committee. We'll be taking you home.